Well, hello, sweet friends. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, today I'm going to swatch a tiny palette that I obtained. It's Artist Quality. It's Phoenix, and it's called Skin Tone. It's a watercolor set. I have a variety of watercolor sets, from little tubes to also palettes, but this one will be my first skin tone. The person that recommended it was Anna White from Sweet Miss Stacy, and yes, I went for it. She is very talented, not only as an artist herself, but she's into card making, and she knows her stuff. And this is not, I think this was relatively inexpensive to be a good quality one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tiny comparison, and I'm swatching it on my watercolor Fabiano Master's Touch, but the one that I've been getting, which is the 4x6s. And I stamped a few images, and I'm gonna do one with different color in it to see how it looks. So yes, it is going to be with the Fabiano paper, and I want to know if I can tell if there's any difference between the paper that they sent you versus the color that it's on the box. See, I just took a scissor and cut it off. So first thing I have to do is just write down Phoenix, skin tone. That way I know what set this is. And it's just, this is going to be kind of difficult for me because I'm going to keep it straight so y'all can see it. So let's start with Honey Beige. And the number is S203. And it has a tiny series of numbers here. I can see them, but today I'm having a difficult time with my eyesight, especially my left eye that has been throbbing. I don't know for what reason, but so let's start doing this one. I'm gonna use a number 6 brush. So I'm just gonna do circles. So it's called Honey. Okay, so Honey Beige. And as you can see, that's just doing it light. So just by comparing to the package one and comparing it to the watercolor paper that came in, because I don't know what brand this watercolor is, you can tell there's a difference. And what I did was I took the little paper, cut it, and put it in the back. But the numbers that makes the pigment are hard for me to read. This one says PW6 PY1 PY42 for honey beige. So let's try the next color. This is what I refer to it as the color that we normally use for skin tone. This one, that little right there. And this one is S403. It's called Light Apricot, and it's got something next to the number, but it says PW6 P013. Next color. This one is called just plain peach. So far, light apricot has more of a color for me than the peach one. But if we're coloring faces, I would understand why this one probably would be it. So that's peach. Now we're gonna do pale terracotta. I have never told anybody in their faces, hey, your skin color is pale terracotta. Oh, Lord have mercy. So yeah, pale terracotta is this one. Pale terracotta. Pale terracotta's number is PY42 PR101 PW, and that looks like a 5. But they're so tiny, it's hard to tell. This word right here is called, oh Lord have mercy. Am I gonna need one of those magnifying things to read this? What is quinacridone gold? That's what it looks like. And it's PR206 PY150. Quinacridone. What the heck is a number like that? Why would they give it such a difficult name? I would have just named this one Sunburned. Yeah. They write a word that is kind of hard to pronounce. So, and then on top of that, you're supposed to say, oh yeah, your skin color is quinacridone. Quinacridone. Lord have mercy. And this one is just lamp black. See that? This one is very pigmented. A little bit, and my circle doesn't want to come. It wants to look like hair. Hi, mama. Ay. There, let me just shape it a little bit like that. Oh, black. That's beautiful. Okay, so now this one is Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I gave you the numbers for these right here. But this one is S437. This one is S344. And then this one is S793. And then the number for black would be PBK6. I know I'm going to end up with a headache after trying to read these little tiny numbers here. Okay, so blue bottle, that means there's water in it. So I'm just going to spray this. I have something to say about this little palette. I don't have an issue with the size or anything like that. I do have an issue with the paint moving around. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna buy me little tiny magnets, because I think they do sell them, and I'm gonna glue them underneath, and that way they'll stay stuck in the metal, because when I open it to start, you know, this process, they were shuffled around and I didn't like it. And I did tighten it up here, but it didn't work. So let's see now. That's pretty. Raw Sienna, PY42. This one is gonna be S301. Then the next one is gonna be Light Umber. I think that's what it says. Yes, Light Umber, S304. And then this has a few set of numbers down here. PY42, PR101, PBK11. And this is S304. So let's go for the next color, which is going to be Indian Red. Indian Red. I would call this chocolate. And then I would have called this one caramelo. See? Made it simple. Chocolate caramelo. Okay, so Indian Red is PR101, S319. Then we got 3 more after this. And then I can play a little. So this one is S709. Dark chocolate. You think I'm just gonna be calling them, yeah, let's do this one? I don't know. A lot of people, my channel is not about that. S709, and the colors for this one is sepia, and this is PBK7 and PB, looks like a tiny miniature R7 next to it. So S709. The next color is mid brown. All of these are very pigmented. You will have to water it down if you don't want your images to like look too strong, I guess, too bright. I would just kind of water it down a little bit, and then I would just paint my images and see how it's gonna look. I love that it's very pigmented though. It's a good thing. And then this one was S302, and this one is called Mid Brown PY42 PBK11. And then this one is the last one, is called Van Dyke Brown. Van Dyke Brown. When this dries up, I'll be able to write the numbers down and the name of the color. And PB R7 PB 101. And these are the colors that came in this little kit. So now, all right, I'm gonna set this aside. But before I do, I'm just gonna say that I like this one, Sunburn, this one, and this one. These two right here I like so far. Do they have any differences? Do they look different? As you can tell, this looks different from that. Obviously, this doesn't. That one looks much different from that one. All these colors look completely different except for this one. This one. This one looks different from that one. So as you can see, you cannot go by this. You will have to go by your swatch when you want to color it. This is the little tiny that it gave me a hard time to put my colors on there. Yeah. So this is their paper. And I'm trying to see. It's extremely light, so I feel like I'd rather do it on the paper that I'm always using to color or paint or whatever. And that way I know what the true color is gonna be. I mean, that's just my whole idea. I am no artist, guys. You know that. I'm always having an adventure when it comes to new crafts. But I've been sketching and I've been trying to have fun, and I love to learn. So I guess the formula that they use is those little numbers to create the pigment and to tell you how pigmented they are. I stamped images from Dina Wakley's, that stamp that I was able to thrift. So this one has the faces, and I'm just gonna paint I stamped 2 different images, but I'm gonna go and give this different tones, and then maybe this one, I'm not sure. I feel like I should just color them different, the different colors, using the ones that I like the most. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna set this aside, put it right there. And let's see how they turned out. So first color that I really would like to use is the one that I think I thought it would have looked nice, which is I'm gonna use light light apricot. And I'm gonna see if I can just water it down a little bit. And see, this is what I don't like. It they move around, and the magnet is gonna hold it in place. So I'm trying not to purchase anything. I'll be honest. I'm trying not to. Okay, let's see. There you go. That's one skin color. Light apricot. And I kind of watered it down. Then I'm going to use peach. And I'm going to dilute it. There you go. Sunburn. I'm gonna take sunburn, the one that I called sunburn, but they called it quinacridone gold, and it's this one. And I'm gonna dilute that sucker because I really oh Lord have mercy. Let's see, is she gonna look like she has some sunburn? Look at that. Different colors. I've always referred to our Creator, God, as a very colorful, Pinterest person. He loves color. Because why would he create us with different skin tones, right? He loves colors. And when you look at the creation and you see all the different colors of the flowers and trees and it brings joy. It brings me plenty of joy. Okay, so I'm gonna do these two here with these two colors, but like I said, I'm gonna water those down, and these are mid brown and Van Dyke brown. So mid brown, water it down, then you water. Oh yeah. So far, like this one, and this one, because right there, sunburn just turned yellow on me. Really yellow. Don't like that for skin tone, that's for sure. What about Van Dyke brown? Let's see what Van Dyke brown, when I dilute it, see what happens to it. For my last image. There. Yep. Just put it like that here. Okay, let's do now these with the different, obviously diluting them. Light umber, Indian red, and raw sienna. Which is raw sienna. Dilute. And let's see how she looks. Do the same thing I did with the other one. Just put the color all over it. Yeah. Let's see what happens when it dries, because to me it's more important the image when it's dry than when it's wet. Because when I was doing quinacridone gold for skin color, and I just looked at it and I'm like, you know, kind of questionable. It's not that kind of tone or color that I would like to put on the image, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna use that light umber, and it's diluted. And let's see what happens. Now, you have to know I'm no artist. Okay? I just like to play. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be picky. I will be picky. Because if I'm gonna do a watercolor image, I want the colors to look as skin tone for real, you know, like my skin tone right there. Would I consider that one, or would I consider it that one? But I know that my gold right here, no, this one is better. Which is the raw sienna, light, and then Indian red. I'm gonna do Indian red and see how it looks. Water this sucker down. Look at that. Watered it down, watered it down. But one thing that, I mean, I'm doing faces, obviously, but you can use these to do any coloring, because I do whimsical creations myself, you know, drawings and stuff like that, or sketching. I do whimsical, so obviously I'm going to use these colors more for nature purposes, to be honest, or neutrals, more than neutrals, yeah. But yeah, this right here, these colors, they scream autumn to me. So yep, the pale terracotta, I'm gonna give that one a try and see. Water that baby down and see what happens. Yeah. Pale terracotta. So I guess the only one so far that I have a complaint about when it comes to being diluted the way I did it, these are highly pigmented. But for a face, to put this on a face, on an image, no, that's not, that doesn't cut it. This is way too yellow, way too yellow. This is that quinacridone gold. This is the only one I have a complaint about. But the other ones that I did, they look pretty much like skin tones. This one is the only one that is throwing me off, that yellow. And these are the other ones. Obviously, I diluted them, so that's a good thing. The honey beige, I'm gonna do that one, honey beige, because it's the only one that besides the black one that I'm gonna do to see in different tones. Black, obviously, I can use it for hair. Let's see. Which, you know what? This is going to be, I think these colors are also good for the hair. If you have images of people, you know, stamps that they have images like this one right here, you know, like these. But let me do honey, because I don't think I did honey. And then it's the lightest color of all. Maybe this could be the one for, you know, doing skin tones, but this is honey and you can barely see it and it's diluted, so maybe this one is good for skin tones also. So I'm gonna use a little bit of these colors right here, and I'm just gonna do the lining like if it was hair and see what happens. So and I'm leaving it diluted. I'm not gonna, this gold can be used on somebody that is blonde. Let's do, like she's blonde. Yeah. So it's taking shape. The colors are making the image take a little bit of more of a shape, because I'm using the skin colors to do the hairs. And they're coming to life, my friends. They're coming to life. Okay. They're still diluted, so making it look like it's just hair falling all over the faces. I like it. It's turning out nice. And I'm gonna fussy cut them, just in case you're wondering. I'm fussy cutting, and then I can put them in journals. Why not? So yes, I went to Goodwill, bought 2 things only. I'm happy with that. Spent only $4 and it's not bad. Let's see. You know what? Let me use the black for here on this image right here. This is highly pigmented, so it's gonna cover the image's design, but I don't care because, you know, there. Just gonna use it to do a nice style on this. So yeah, baby, look at that. This is highly pigmented, guys, but it's really nice. Really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. And I don't know what to do with this yellow. I don't know. Images for flowers and stuff like that, or creatures or animals, yeah. On a face, no. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's bothering me. That is bothering me. Yep, that is truly bothering me. And I'm not doing her hair. I'm just gonna do her hair, this one, different color. But I don't like it for skin tone. I truly don't. All of them, they look more like, you know, peeps. This one, she looks like an alien. I don't like that. And I diluted it. That's the thing that bothers me. I diluted it, and it's still, even though I diluted it, it turned out too yellow, way too yellow. So for images on faces, no, but I'm pretty sure for animals, you know, sceneries and stuff like that, yeah, that will work. But no, I don't like that. And I don't know if you agree with me, because she turned out really yellow. So hair, blonde hair, look at it right there. Look at that. Nice, right? See? But for faces, no, lo siento, not agree. I don't like the color for faces, but for hair, yeah. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So I'm gonna do my last one, because I really would like to. This is not diluted. Look at this. There you go, my friends. I have enough play. I took a pill for the headache, but Lord have mercy, it's bothering my eye. There you go. I love the colors. I do. They're highly pigmented. That's a good thing for me, at least. But when it comes to faces, I am not using this one. All the other colors, I will give it a A. But the ones that I'm not using for faces, I can use for hair. See? So it does even out right there. So that's it. I just got to put the numbers down and then fussy cut these babies out. And I played for today. So if you like the video, just remember one thing. The disclaimer is that I'm no artist, but I do like to play. I like to do whimsical creations, and I like to, I wanted to use it because it said skin tones. I wanted to use it on faces and images. Okay, so be gentle with your comments. That's the disclaimer. I am no artist, but like I said, I love to play. And I thought that this is a good one, because it avoids you of mixing colors just to get these particular tones, skin tones. So that was the plus for me. And but yeah, they are very pigmented, but they're beautiful. They are beautiful. I like them. And this one right here, the Chronocono, oh my lord, you know the one that I'm talking about, the gold one. It screams out fall. So I'm gonna see if I can do a tree, and I'm gonna use these colors for my whimsy creation. And maybe I'll use that on the next video. I'm gonna use this palette and do a whimsical fall tree and see what happens. All right, my friends, but that's it for today. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't, leave me a comment. Am I being too harsh on the gold color? Because I still say ain't no human looking like this around on the streets. Come on, y'all. You try to get skin tones to match, you know, real peeps. And there's no real peep walking around looking like that. Okay? So, there you go, my love. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that way you're aware when I upload new videos. And as always, stay safe and craft away. Bye.